Trey. It kind of showed up to me in the middle of our defense last year with the linebackers and the safety. Okay. But the second way it shows up is if you're going to really win the championship, like Alabama all those years, then you're going to have your best players on special teams, your best players. So I witnessed that playing against them multiple times. So that's a couple ways that the depth shows up.
Are you going to do that this year?
Do what?
Best players on special teams?
I hope so. I hope so. I don't make those calls. But I really do
argue
hope we
for
do
it?
because you get an edge. You get an edge. You know what I'm saying? There's a such thing as field position. It affects games. So I imagine coach will allow us to do that.
Do you think you guys started strong, didn't finish great against Kentucky and Southern Cal? Were injuries or worn down, or what was it?
I felt coaching was a part of it. I felt, I would say this. I don't think we coached our best game against Kentucky or Southern Cal. No, I think we played well for a half, and then I think we kind of got rattled around. The kickoff return hurt us a little bit, and we didn't really choke them out as well as we had. So I think we can coach better, to be honest.
Rob also mentioned that coaching did play a part in that kind of 3-game flood in the season. What kind of lessons did you guys, as a coaching staff, kind of draw from that empty season?
You got to continue to evolve. You know, when they have that much data, when the opponents have that much data against you, you must continue to evolve. I really felt like, Kentucky, we made some mental errors in the game, but I felt like SC, we didn't have enough coaches. We didn't coach. I didn't coach as well as I needed to. I didn't put the players in the positions they needed to be in, and that was the facts.
Do you think the depth's in a position where you can be able to withstand some of those late season injuries and nicks and bruises and all that?
Well, I think we'll be fine that way. I'm talking about us. I'm talking about me. I'm talking about putting a scheme together where they're still off balance. Most of the year they were.
Have you done anything in the offseason to improve yourself as a coach? Anything out of the ordinary?
I visited a lot of people.
Really?
Visited a lot
Where
of
did you
people.
go?
I went to see Phil Snow, who's coordinator at Carolina for a few years there. I went to Navy and clinic with those guys who were excellent on defense. Visited those guys there. So I just went around. You know, if you can get one or two things, it's good for you.
Ron, when you have the
Their aptitude has been awesome. I mean, we got a lot of defense here, as much as anywhere I've been, and we're still going to put a few more things in. Their aptitude has been really, really good in terms of understanding what we're asking them to do and doing it.
Ron, when you look at depth and you talk about it in the secondary, that's going to help, is it not? Last year there were times when it seemed like guys were maybe out there a little too long. You didn't have the rest. Is that different this year?
I'll give an example. We play Miami. Jarvis goes out. Now we don't have a true nickel. They got that number 7. And, we really couldn't match up with that number 7 when we wanted to play some man stuff and stuff like that. So just rolling guys. And then, the other thing we still do is we cross-train guys. So if this guy goes down, this guy goes in, this other guy goes in, and we're good to go.
Ron, how is MJ being back?
Sometimes he plays inexperienced because, to be honest, we do a lot of football. I mean, we pride ourselves on, this is like a pro-style system. So sometimes he's a little inexperienced in that, but what sticks out, first off, he makes plays. He's going to make plays, but he plays hard. He's trained. So, and he's got great attitude. He wants to be really good, and I can coach him as hard as I want to coach him. So it's just good having him back. And again, like I mentioned before he got hurt, I thought he would be the best guy in the secondary.
It's just a matter of